People, deluded, I'm back again. During the coronavirus, there's nothing to do but sit down really and speak with my friends. So I've got a couple of my old school pals. We all went to secondary school together, specifically Winchmore. So yeah, let's introduce yourselves. Mash, I've obviously said your name, but yeah, man, for the viewers, let them know who you are.
Cool. So yeah, my name is Mash, and yeah, I work in the city. I'm a big Arsenal fan.
Werner?
You know,
Yeah,
the books. It's Banner. You can add my PS4 and then see me streaming, you know.
Yeah, he will be, man. Plug that.
All
right, Liam.
Yeah, man. Liam, Spurs fan.
Thank you. The best intro I could have hoped for. Someone that gets it.
I ain't got to repeat my man. They got my intro in the first one, but I ain't got to come back again.
Yeah, you're right about that. Arnold?
Arnold, Arsenal fan.
With a West Ham shirt on. Sure.
With a West Ham top. Hey, courtesy of Chicharito Hernandez.
A Kenyan who is Mexican also. What a guy. What a guy. But yeah, I've gathered everybody here today really just to talk about some couple of bits. First thing on my agenda, I'm all sure you've seen the furlough issue that's been a part of football. You've seen Liverpool, you've seen Spurs, you've seen it in society. What do you, man, think of it? And like, what's your feelings? Not just on football, really, because obviously this is really just affecting society. Honest people are losing their jobs, as you guys know. So what have we got to say on this, guys?
All right, I'll go first. So I think it's a very interesting issue because clearly the government has introduced these plans where companies can benefit from, I don't know, using government funds in order to pay their staff's wages, which they may not have been able to do otherwise. So I feel like the plan is there for companies to use, but I don't think they took into consideration like extremely wealthy industries such as the football business, where they do a lot of money, players are being paid millions, and therefore, although you're paying the players millions, they want to at the same time use government funding to pay their non-playing staff, which can be, a lot of people will look at it morally and say, that doesn't sound right to me, that they should have enough money to pay all the staff that are not playing, that are not footballers. So I feel like it's a sort of double-edged sword there, and I feel like although the government package is there for them to use, I think football clubs in general should think very carefully whether it's something they want to be seen in the public eye as doing. When we all know there has this bad stigma around the football industry with all the millions being spent and etc. So yeah.
Spot on, and that's why I brought Mash, man. Like I said, like he said, better yet, Mash from the city with a very good roundup, basically, of what it was. But Berner, what have you got to say on this whole furlough system, mate?
I think that I'm with Mash on that one because I reckon that the government they're trying to help out people like us, you know what I mean? But at the same time, not everyone's looking at it at the same point. I won't really lie, but I'm a bit of this right now, boy. I can't lie. Just have to let that one in.
Yeah, go on,
I'm a bit
mate.
of this right now, boy.
Just continue, mate.
Hey, but yeah, no, honestly, I would also said, I reckon that like some clubs. Yeah, I'm a bit of this stuff, man. Get someone else there.
This guy. Anyways, as you can see, he's got a lot of training to go through before we can take him to the media. But in the same way that Arsene Wenger found Giroud, and all these guys, he built with them. We'll get you there. Don't worry, man. Anyways, now to someone who can articulate themselves in this regard a tiny bit better. LP, what have you got to say on this?
This guy, bro. Yeah, and I think Mash summed up all together, man. I think the scheme was built obviously for businesses, but when you see like football clubs, they're paying footballers millions. And I get it from the footballer's point of view, like I think the media and even like the health secretary, when he's trying to pressure them into like taking, I think the Premier League said 30%? Was it 30% cuts on their wages?
Pay cuts, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the footballers don't employ the other employees there. That's the chairman's job. So you can't. I understand that footballers, they might have a moral responsibility to help out because they get paid more, but the pressure shouldn't be on the footballers to sort out other people's finances should be the chairman. Like, example of what? Tottenham chairman, he got a 4 million bonus for the stadium last season. He got paid this season for the stadium last season.
Mm.
I know the stadium was late, but he got a 4 million bonus. But no one's saying Daniel Levy should be taking a pay cut to pay for the employees. But they're saying like Harry Kane, Dele Alli. But I think, yeah, man, it's just, obviously football clubs are trying to, I don't say exploit it, but they're trying to look at the best way, their business as well, the best way
Yeah.
to save their resources, innit? But obviously, I think it's also about PR. Because if they use this wrong, like look at Liverpool, the PR went mad and then they changed. But I don't know, man, it's complicated. Obviously, football. They have to pay their footballers till the end of the contract. What, July, when a lot of contracts run out.
Yeah.
There's no money coming in. There's no TV money, sponsorships, and all that's drying up. So I get why they want to do it, but on one hand, you can't be paying like 22 people millions, and then the other workers, you're saying, yeah, you can only get you 80% off the government. So it's complicated, man.
You're right on that. Arnold.
I agree with what Mash and Liam said. That's what some of these clubs are doing is shameless.
That's the right way to put it, bro. The right word.
What Spurs done, absolutely shameless, and Liverpool as well, but they've turned it around. But it's like, if you can afford to pay your players that much, why can't you pay them wages to say the cleaners or anyone else who works in the club? I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I feel like for clubs to ask the government for money is very cheeky. Very cheeky.
Yeah.
Like, no club in the Premier League should, personally, I don't feel like any club in the Premier League should ask for money, because these will generate at least over 50 mil a year. Easily.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it. Like you said, clubs are shameless. It's Liam and Mash. Mash alluded to it, but Liam specifically said it. He made a great point for me in PR. Like, PR is vital in today's day and age. Like, we all know, rightly or wrongly, social media can be a big thing, especially with this cancer culture. Yeah, man. It's from my 2 pence. What?
Do you not think that clubs in the Premier League should help out Championship clubs and League One clubs and that?
Personally, not really, in a sense of, for morally, if they've got a few bob to spend, then spend it. But no, not really. There should have been, and I don't know it for a fact, but there should have been a pot of money. EFL clubs, like Premier League clubs, is one thing with the TV rights. The Championship is very techy, so there should be. I don't want to. You're probably looking at the FA. The FA have to have, or someone has to have, some sort of pot or some sort of system, some sort of parachute money. Because even look at Burnley in the Premier League. They actually sound very correct when they say they could go bankrupt if we don't play football again, purely because they don't generate that much. And you look at Bournemouth. Mash probably knows better than me, but if you take a look at Bournemouth's accounts, if they get relegated, they might not come back. And especially with this Corona thing, and let's be honest, Bournemouth don't really have superstars. Some teams can go over. I do think, from a moral point of view, yes, if there's money to help, you can help. But I think the problem in society is we keep looking at one single pillar to change things, like whether it's a club, whether it's like, it should be a collective effort. And sad to say, but it's a race to the bottom. People are going to cut costs where they potentially can. Arnold, you put your hand up. Go through.
I don't know if you'll have seen it, but I saw something to do with Wimbledon, that how for the past 15, 20 years, they've
the insurance.
Where's that? What is it though?
Yeah, they
if you know more on it, explain it.
Yeah,
So
basically, they paid. Oh, sorry, Mash, go on.
Alright, cool. So basically, Wimbledon take out an insurance in which they pay like $2 million a year for. I think basically I saw a tweet and they said they took out insurance for pandemic insurance, but I personally don't think it was probably pandemic insurance. It was probably a certain type of insurance that they probably have that covers many things, including like a global pandemic like this. So, for example, they've been paying this for £2 million for like the last 17 years. And the reports say that because of the pandemic this year, and they've had to cancel the Wimbledon, that they will be due from the insurers for like £140 million or something like that. Now, if you do the maths on that, that's why insurance is a good thing to do sometimes, because you can never tell when something like this will happen. And they've literally made a profit if you look at it like that. So,
that's why I feel like the Premier League should have done a risk assessment because you never know.
I think the Premier League will be safe from this because I think there's so much money in the Premier League. It's safe, but it's like the lower leagues, like the Championship. I doubt they have the money to
some
back
teams
them up.
could go over.
Because I saw they said the Leeds only made like 3 million from the Championship. Just like 3 million.
Myth. See?
So that's mad.
Myth. See?
Yeah, but it's not just Championship teams as well. Look at all the
lower,
non-league teams as well.
lower,
Yeah.
Especially non-league.
Barney let go of everyone except the first team and coaching staff.
That's crazy.
That's where you feel it. But it's a funny one. It's not funny, but I mean, I'm amazed the fact that an insurance company has actually paid somebody out their policy. But that's what as sad as it is, that's what you call Wimbledon doing their due diligence for me. Because again, I don't want to say they predicted this to happen, but if you don't fix your roof when it's sunny, it's going to rain and you're going to be in an issue. There should be reserves to pay them out their money. And I think that's the problem with a lot of industries. When they've been making money, and let's use the Premier League as an example, when the TV rights is coming in, when the gate receipts is getting amazing, and money's being thrown in the air, it's a loser's game. Now, the clubs are playing catch-up because they're in problems. A lot of these clubs, again, Mash knows better than me, but they're actually in debt because they're still paying off transfers and they've been renewing contracts. And they're all basically, it's always an IOU sort of thing. It's never everything's never sort of 100% paid off. But it's sad. I feel it for the people at the bottom, man. The honest man and woman who have to effing clean the stadium and things like that. It's sad. But let's move this on to slightly more positive news. I asked on my YouTube for topics, and someone asked us to speak about captains and Premier League captains, and they admittedly said 10. If we can find 10, that's cool, but it will get a bit political. So I'm saying top 5 Premier League captains in general. It can be past, it can be present. We're not limited to, for example, one. You can have multiple at clubs if that's how you feel, etc., man. So let's go around and do that, man. Who wants to kick it off?
Who wants to kick it off?
Let me go.
All right, cool.
Go on.
All right, cool. For me, I think Company. There's no order.
Yeah, no order.
Yeah, for me, Company. He was a good captain. It was tough, you know. Company. Roy Keane, Terry.
Can't salute them boy there, but go on. After what they did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's political, but you can't deny he was a good captain.
Can't deny the thing, but I'll be shameless and say other man. Like it gets like that.
It was tough, bro.
What? No, where's Morgan?
You go for Gerrard.
No, where's Morgan?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, but I'll take it on Gerrard.
What? Where's Morgan?
And to be honest, yeah, now 5th is hard, man. You'll have to say.
Where's Morgan, bro? Stop calling like you can't hear this.
Rooney.
All right, I'll give you that. What? Boy, all right, let me go next. I have to go next, man. I'm going Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Company, Wes Morgan off the top of my head, and Stephen G. And I'm going Wes Morgan because what they did at Leicester, it will never be done again. That's purely a fairy tale. He might not have the ability.
It's not a country bias.
There's no country.
No bias.
Listen, it's elite. He done what Koscielny and many centre-backs better than him couldn't do in getting a team over the line. Like, he's come from humble beginnings as well. A modest player. Like, he's definitely there. I mean, I'm throwing Gerrard there, but you know he's never won the league. Again, you don't have to be a great captain, but I can already anticipate people in the comments with that. For me,
Gerrard over Terry?
Yeah, man, I can't salute them boy there, man. Like, I can't salute them boy there. Vieira's better than all of them. Roy Keane will be in mine. Nah, Henry, 100% Henry. And Roy Keane before any of these, man. Yeah.
No, you can say not a better player, better captain.
Captain. Lead from the front. Lead by example. Are you mad?
Nah, I don't know,
are you seeing what he was doing?
The rest of the people agreeing to this.
Mate, listen, we'll see when I post this, mate. And I am going to be a bit biased, but I'm screaming Vieira is the best captain ever in this Premier League that's ever done it. But yeah, man. So I've gone. Liam's gone. That just leaves Mash, Arnold, and Bernal. So someone jump in.
I'll go for Gerrard, Terry. Got to put Vidic there. Company.
That's a shout.
And I'll go with Vieira on it.
See? All right, cool. Arnold and Mash, whichever one.
Go on, Arnold.
After you, Mash.
Oh, you lot are so kind.
I'll go. I'm still thinking. I've got a few written down, but I'm still thinking. But I think I've narrowed it down to Vieira. I mean, can't fault the guy. The guy was like, yeah.
No,
he was
Vieira's
amazing.
on.
I've put Tony Adams as well. Sorry, I'm not a bit of Arsenal bias there, but I mean, he was literally the definition of a leader, man. I mean, you couldn't fault him.
Because you were shouting and screaming at people.
Yeah. Yeah.
British culture, come on, man. Trust. And I've got Roy Keane.
Yeah, he's got
amazing. The battles between him and Vieira, I mean, like literally, those were the most masculine, like toxic masculinity battles ever. Like,
yeah.
Company, I think the guy.
I think we've all agreed on Company unanimously.
In like the City team, and the last time they won the league, I mean, that goal in like the last few games was just literally, man, that just summed up his whole career at City. And I've gone for Terry. But the next set about
it's problematic. But
it's a Wakanda thing, boy. We don't do that around here, boy. Like, can't salute them, boy, there after what they were doing, boy. Like, I know the truth, but I can't salute them, boy. It's letting the colonizers win and that, man.
Yeah, that's my flat.
All right. Do you know what? Is there anyone we're missing? Like, is there any best of the rest?
Rooney, you don't rate Rooney as a captain.
Arnold hasn't gone yet.
No, I rate Rooney.
No, Rooney's hard. Arnold,
sorry, Arnold hasn't gone yet.
Apologies, Arnold.
Cool. Vieira, Roy Keane, Mark Noble.
It's always one done. Has to scream them ones there, man.
Always, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always one. I said Mark Noble, you know.
Mark Noble, Roy Keane, Vieira, Company, and I'm gonna go Van der Sar.
Fair play. All right, cool. So while we're on this captaincy thing, I changed my Van der Sar for Czech when Czech was captain.
Did you put in there too now?
He did. That's why he said Company.
I said Company.
All right, cool. So yeah, all right, that's Arnold's. It just come to me, if Henderson, when Liverpool eventually lift this trophy, if it doesn't get voided, which who knows what's gonna happen, is Henderson in there then? Is Henderson in the top 5?
Top 10.
I would I'll
Chelsea better, man.
Me personally, I would rate him higher than Gerrard.
Oh, allow it, man.
No. I hear what he's saying. No. Let him say why.
I say this because listen. I say this because in Gerrard's Liverpool career, what did he win? He only won what? How many Champions Leagues? How many Champions Leagues did he win?
Arnold, that argument.
Liam, let me finish talking. How many Champions Leagues did he win?
None. Well, one.
One. And what else did he win? One FA Cup and what else?
Well, because he won more trophies, that makes him a better captain, yeah?
So your argument, Rooney's a better captain than Roy Keane.
Nah, that's a
Rooney's won more stuff. Rooney's won more stuff than Roy Keane.
No, and also,
I get where you're going. Apologies, I get where you're going, but no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because he's won more stuff.
No.
Because you won more stuff, you're a better captain.
I'm not saying that.
No, he's not, man. He's not.
No, listen. And also, Hendo's had a massive
on him, guys.
Man's played every game in, game out.
So did Stevie.
So, and what did Stevie win?
Bro, so are you saying because he's won more, he's better than Stevie Gerrard?
Guys.
Look at the players.
No. I chill. I Burner. Chill.
The man ain't won the Premier League and you call him a Premier League legend. Fuck out of here, man.
He's a legend. What are you talking about? Oh, damn, man.
You know what it is?
Kante is a bigger legend than him. Kante is a bigger Premier League legend than Gerrard.
No.
Kante is a bigger Premier League legend than Gerrard.
Arnold raised an important point. Can you actually be one of the best or top 5 captains if you've not won the league? I think you can, but it's a good point because Gerrard. You could also mention Gerrard slipping and not. I don't think this, but I'm playing devil's advocate.
Is that a question? I got one important question. One important question. Is that calling Ibrahimovic the greatest Champions League striker? You can't call him that because he ain't won it.
No one calls him that.
No one calls him that, though.
But if he was to win it,
is Benzema the best Champions League striker?
He's
Yes,
one of
he
them.
is,
I
mate.
can't lie, he's got a
He
serious,
probably is.
serious debate, but
He
it's
is,
serious,
mate.
serious, like,
Burner, you're deluded.
not in
Get the
terms of
fuck out of
ability,
here, mate.
maybe not in terms of ability, but like achievement and
Nah, he's
collective
not
and
better than
everything.
Lewandowski, bro. Not one bit, bro.
Like, he's
They were the
not,
best.
All right,
he's
cool.
one
If
of
we're,
the
if
best.
we're, all right, cool. Like, here what I'm gonna say. If we're talking about the best Premier League led captains, we're talking about the best captains in the Premier League that have played in the Premier
Yeah.
League. I think you gotta then look at what it means to be a great captain. What are those?
Wait, Mash.
I think
Sorry,
focus-
Mash. Sorry to interrupt you, yeah, but I just want to make this before you go on, yeah. I hear what everyone's saying about what Gerrard, for instance, has done in the Champs and the FA Cup, but the key word is Premier League. What you've done in the league, these things are kind of irrelevant. But go on,
Yeah.
Mash. I just wanted to mention that one. Go on.
Yeah. So I was basically saying, so we have to look at what makes a captain great. What are those qualities? And I think the main one that we've been focused on in the last few minutes is what they've won in the Premier League and their trophies or whatever. So if we're going to focus on the Premier League, then you're saying, okay, yes, of course, trophies or winning the Premier League as a captain is one of the qualities that make you a great captain. But is it just that? So therefore, if you have someone like, I don't know, Terry and company, if you compare it, they both won the Premier League. So what else separates them? Then you got to look at things like, do they inspire people? Do they lead by example? Are they vocal? Do they need to be vocal?
That's with the knowledge, boy.
Do they bring the team together? Like things like that. So I think you got to look a bit deeper than that.
All right, cool. You said it
And just
yourself.
the
Yeah?
trophy.
You said it yourself with what did you say? You said what separates Terry and company. Let's hold in on that for a second. Yeah. You said disregard. You said an important thing. Disregard trophies. One on the left, one on the right. You put Terry. You put Gerrard. You put Terry. You put company together. Who is better and why? In the most civilist way, guys. Who is better? I'll say company for obviously.
I'll say company because I think company. Obviously, you can't take away what Terry's done, like footballing wise. Like he'll put his head on the line, he'll do everything.
Yeah.
But I think company do the same thing. But I think what separates them is like he can being a leader. So being a leader, like he can actually follow company. Like you hear people talk about how company is the first at training. He helps other youngsters. Terry, like outside of footballing, like he's a good footballer leader. Like do it like leading on the pitch, but outside the pitch.
Outside, yeah.
Company, that's what company edges him for me. Because like he's like you can rely on company like outside of football. So if you're a young footballer coming in, you can go to company and get advice. With Terry, I don't think a lot of young players were getting to Terry and getting advice. They might have gone to a job bar.
I'm not. Sorry. I'm not gonna back Terry. I'm not trying to defend Terry, but it's the good person in me. I do think, from what I hear and stuff with people around this, he has done some things with kids at Villa and he was doing stuff at Chelsea. But I think your point's like.
No, I get that, Courtney. But what type of kid? I think that's important.
I can answer that.
What type of kid is going to Terry for advice?
I can answer this when we stop.
I have a picture of my man, the type of kid that we get Terry for advice.
We know the Ravers, man. We know that it's a raver. Like
There's a lot of
the one with a bit of edge about
advice.
him. I know.
A lot of players will take his advice.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying what kids. I'm saying going up to Terry and asking for advice. Like if you were at an academy and then you made it into the first team and you had company and Terry, but obviously they both can't be captains. But say they're the most senior in the team, who are you going to for advice?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so company edges it. For me, company edges it. Cause company, like you said, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think Terry can inspire. I think Terry does inspire. But I just think company, in the moments when you're losing and your backs are against it, really, I just think company with that tiny little bit will just
company wins because of the John Terry thing that he did with his brother, but I can't lie.
Werner said the thing that I'm not trying to say because I'm trying to get somewhere with the YouTube stuff.
You mean, can't lie, you're talking about Ryan Giggs, boy. Ryan Giggs done his brother dirty.
Yeah, that's deep, mate. Yeah, Ryan Giggs done his job dirty. But like for me, the best captain is Vieira.
Actually, Corey done that, innit?
Yeah. I can't lie. For me, Vieira's better than both these man by a landslide. And there might be a little bias, but Vieira was a leader before.
Not a landslide.
No, I'm sorry. But John Terry and Patrick Vieira, it's not levels. Roy Keane's the only guy that I will accept can talk to Patrick in terms of captaincy. No one else is there.
I feel company can as well. Plus
Vieira is iconic. The Vix thing. What did company lead? Everyone was doing that in primary, man.
Iconic as well.
His head
in its own is iconic.
Big head, man.
The man's head in its own is iconic.
Company's the guy, but Vieira always been hard, like done everything, like a leader, man. And that was in the days when you look at City. I'm not going to discredit company, yeah. And it's a bit biased to Arsenal because Arsenal had the same logic. But look at that City team, how much leaders, or at the time you could say were probably levels with company in their own way. Vieira and Henry and maybe 1-2 other man, Tony Adams when he was there, were the real captains. There was other hard guys, but you look at Vieira, come on, to lead them alpha males, same as Roy Keane as well at United. Them two are the best in the league, man. Come on. Gerrard don't talk to none of these, man, as well. Terry, if he didn't do the mad thing, I would put him there, but he done the mad thing, and it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, who would you say is the best captains in the current league in that now? Then, like just one. You don't have to name 5, man. Them it's a bit mad.
Hendo's up there. Yeah, Hendo's up there.
Nolan.
Oh, do you know what? Maybe not captaincies, leaders. Because people you see as leaders. Like when the word leaders thrown around, who comes to you, man?
Noble.
Van Dijk.
Yeah, Noble.
Noble. Yeah, just for leader, just because for year service, boy.
West Morgan.
Putting a serious shift in the league, boy. Shout out, man, like that.
You've got West Morgan.
Wes Morgan, 100%.
No Wes Morgan, boy. That lad, you can't say Wes Morgan, man.
He's a leader. He's a leader. Him and Vardy as well. Vardy.
Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, man.
Nah.
Don't look at the player and the mistake. Look at the man.
He's a leader.
Not yet, man.
David Luiz as well. Xhaka, David Luiz, 100%.
Yeah, David Luiz.
Yeah, David Luiz, yeah.
Aubameyang leads by example. I have to claim that one save, man. Like, who else? In the Arsenal team, there's not many looking at them, really. Like
Kane.
Bellerin.
Kane. Nah, a lot of Bellerin thing, man. Like, Bellerin don't look like no captain.
He's a leader. You get me? He's not
He's
that
a
bad.
leader, but it's a different one. It's a different sort of leadership thing. Like, he looks like he will talk in the change rooms and stuff, but he's not going to be...
I think Chelsea haven't really got one, have they? Chelsea, they haven't really got one.
Rudiger. Rudiger screams it to me.
Yeah, Rudiger. I would say Aspilicueta.
Yeah, Dave.
Aspilicueta is a massive leader. I can't lie, I forgot about him as well, boy. I'll put him on.
There's a couple in Chelsea. If you sit down and think about Chelsea...
I'm just smoking crap.
What? Aspilicueta's not a great leader. Are you okay?
He's not bad.
No, we're saying in general. I can't lie. He's probably top 5 captains right now, boy.
He probably is.
Right now
he is.
Can't lie, Zabaleta, boy. He's falling off now, but Zabaleta.
He's a leader.
Who else?
He's old, man.
I'm trying to go through them. I'm trying to go through clubs.
Can't lie, Shelby as well, boy.
So,
you might know about yourself. I don't know about them.
Not Shelby, man.
No, I think he's a leader. I see he's a leader in that squad. Because when he's not in that squad...
Mate, there's a difference between missing a key player and being a leader.
I feel he's a leader.
He's a key player, but that might not make him a leader.
Even though he moves mad, Jack Grealish, even though he moves mad off the field.
He's a leader.
Right, he moves very mad.
I'd like to see him in a bigger team. See if he had those kind of.
Take him out Arsenal.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah. Or where would he play? In a 10 or on the flanks?
No, you know.
10.
Where you playing, brother?
What, in a current Arsenal team?
Yeah.
10.
I mean, Mesut Ozil plays every day for me, but I mean,
Mesut Ozil plays every day.
I guess he goes in for Mesut Ozil. He'd have to, because playing 2 10s, I'm not with the 2 10s. For me, we need 2 proper centre mids, 1 creative sort of man, and that's it. I don't want what Wenger used to have, like, because we won't be patterned where it's just like 11 playmakers all over the field. And yeah, man, we just need proper midfield, some wingers. Lacazette sold, sadly.
Lacazette
gone, yeah. He was actually... We're going left with this conversation.
Wait, is it been confirmed or what?
No, I'm saying we would sell him. So we might as well speak. Who would you sell from the Arsenal side?
Who would I sell?
Who?
Yeah. Who would you sell? Who would man them sell?
Everyone but Uber Saka, boy.
I can't lie. I'm one of those guys that would just...
Uber Saka and Martinelli.
Yeah, that's right, man. Can't lie. Bernard's got the right thing, man.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm getting rid of everyone, but...
Even Uber.
I'm joking, not everyone, but I'm here for the wholesale changes. Anyone who doesn't want to be there, who ain't signing contracts,
wholesale change.
The door, boy. Can't lie. Lacazette, I'm afraid I'd sell him.
Wait, when
Lacazette's bang, but he's looking like... What'd you say, Liam?
When does Aubameyang's contract run up?
2021. We're
next year.
Got a year left. Gonna have to sell that, man. Best player in the world gone, bro. It's gonna be dead. It's gonna be dead. Like, relying on Laka to score 20 league goals. As much as I love Laka, it's a myth. It's a mad myth. Eddie and Nketiah, I like him, but it's not fair to place that at his shoulders for him to score them goals.
Yeah.
Like, it's a mad thing. Like, yeah, it's a mad. He clearly, if he does it, great, but I don't think he will. We ain't got the piece to really go out there and buy the
Well,
match.
Dre's doing it, boy. Not I mean, Abraham's doing it, boy.
Yeah, that's true. When you say Tammy, yeah, but I swear he went on a little drought.
Yeah, but he went championship. He was
Tammy's had a lot more experience. Tammy even played in the Prem.
Yeah, Tammy has serious experience, but let me see how many goals he's got this season.
Tammy's on that. No, he's more. I think he's, on all competitions, he's about 14.
That's the thing about Chelsea.
In the Premier League, he's like 14.
He's got 13 goals in 25 and 4 assists, so it's a respectable return, really.
That's all right.
Yeah, but the problem is that enough though? Like, it's nothing to do with Tammy.
He's not good enough for Chelsea for me.
It's not on Tammy, but if you as a team trying to win the league, you probably need another striker.
Of
really.
course,
Like, that's numbers of another striker. Like, shout out to him, but there's not really too many young.
But that's better than Lacazette, boy.
Really? What?
That's better than Lacazette.
I still rate Lacazette. I don't want to listen. We still need to remember he's got quality. Like, if he starts banging again, people stop. He's still got quality. I just look at it. Contracted until 2022, 28. You know, he probably wants to play Champions League football. The form is dead right now, so there's no point renewing that if it continues. Keep it moving. We go with one striker.
Inter Milan come and grab this guy, man.
Huh?
Why can't Inter Milan come and grab this guy, man?
Everyone moves like, no, man. Do you know what? Way before Laka should be sold, I'd contemplate Bellerin, Xhaka.
Bellerin needs to come. Oh, man, I've had enough of Bellerin. So.
That's deep. Bellerin, no, I still got faith in Bellerin. He just needs to.
I ain't got faith in him, man. He's all right, but we need better.
He gets one season under Arteta, one full season for me.
No, but this is what's jarring, yeah? Some Arsenal fans think we can sell Bellerin and get Hakimi. What the fuck? We're not getting Hakimi.
Clearly cannot get.
We're not getting him.
Scouts just have to do their job and just try to find the next Sagna or something, man. Why can't we find them sort of duns, man? We're focusing on Arsenal a bit too much, but we might as well move to Spurs. What are you saying for the thing?
The channel, man.
Yeah,
bro, Spurs, bro. We need a wholesale changes, bro. We need a whole new defense.
Whole new squad, mate.
Lloris is
manager.
I think Lloris is done, bro. I think after the World Cup, I don't know what's got into.
Yeah, we need a new keeper. He's doing making too much mistakes. Sanchez, our best centre back. Vertonghen, yeah, he's too slow. Alderwood's still good, but he needs to pattern up. Aurier, can't lie, man. He's a nutter,
party, bro. He's a nutcase.
Like, yeah, he plays football like
bro.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he plays football as Power League, and then we need a new left back, right back. And Ndombele is like probably top 3 best midfielders in the Prem. But bro, his fitness is shocking.
What evidence? Where's the evidence for that?
Bro, what do you mean, bro? He's
statement there, boy.
If we're talking ability,
Nah, Liam, there's no evidence. That's true. There's
no
evidence.
Have you watched him play?
Guys, take
it. You can't back that statement up.
Name me 5 midfielders better than him in the Prem right now.
You said 3. Before you said 3. So then you need 5, yeah?
Right now, Pogba. On ability,
man. What's Pogba doing? Pogba is a better player. But
don't beat them guys. Don't beat them.
Pogba is an overall better player.
No, he's not. Kevin.
Oh, sharp Arnold. I'm
De Bruyne, Pogba.
Yeah, 2.
Sigurdsson.
I can't lie right now. I can't lie. Even though I rate Ndombele, right now Bruno Fernandes better than him, boy. Right now, better.
Yeah.
Right now, better than him. Like, fully better than him. Like, he
100%.
100%.
And Ndombele, once he gets his fitness patterned, it's a madness.
Yeah, he's got the ability.
Better than him.
He's been playing better than him. He's been ability. Ndombele's got bare ability, but it's like you need to see more, man. Like speaking of that guy.
Man.
Speaking of that guy, what are you saying for his jogging thing? Like the whole Jose jogging thing?
Yeah, that's a bit mad, man. Jose just Jose, bro. Before, like, I used to think he does this stuff for the media, but it's like, I don't think he actually cares. Like, he just does what he wants, bro. Because obviously the club would have told him, you can't do this. So he probably rang Ndombele and said, like, he come to the park.
But
so,
I feel like,
this guy's just mad.
I feel like Mourinho sees so much in Ndombele that he's doing that.
It's like a dad taking
Mourinho wouldn't do it if he didn't see so much in him.
That's the thing, bro. He needs, because he's doing fitness with him. He needs to pattern his fitness, bro. You can't be a professional footballer and getting tired after 30 minutes, bro.
Hey, who wins in a race? Him or Lacazette, boy? That'd be a serious race.
The race to the slugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is it unfit or something?
I love Lacazette,
Yeah.
but he's not quick at all. Like he's not addicted.
He's not.
Like he's actually too wham. He can't sprint. Like there's no R1. Sorry.
No, I thought he was quick before.
He had a little. He wasn't quick, but he was.
Yeah, he had a little burst of pace
First,
still.
what was it?
But
Is
now
that
I never see
Mashoud?
that.
Is that Mashoud, boy? Straight off the 10-minute, the 10 mark, he's quick.
Serious.
Then the long distance, he just blow out,
Can be
boy.
a bungalow, man.
I'll still take everyone.
I'm like, on the wingy, bro.
Yeah, serious on the wingy, boy.
I can't lie. Whatever happened to a bungalow, boy?
I can't lie. You see
Yeah.
Abonglaho and Darren Bent. That
He's
was
a
an
legend.
elite story.
Right,
I remember the Aston Villa team.
Yeah, that was elite.
Oh,
Him, Young,
my
Milner.
Petrov.
Yeah, that was elite. Bro.
Bruna, Young,
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, he used to
Can't
be
lie,
hard
used to
them
get
times.
cut
bro.
him, yeah.
John
Gareth
Carew.
Barry in the
John
midfield
Carew.
cutting it. They fell off, boy. They actually fell off. Carla, what other teams have do you remember the Blackpool season when Blackpool came up?
Oh,
It's not hard, boy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
hard
yeah.
for a year, boy.
What,
Huh?
Yeah, DJ Campbell.
Yeah, DJ Campbell, Gary Taylor Fletcher.
Even Charlie Adams was
Yeah,
popping.
Charlie Adams used to be a baller them time.
And then they signed our Ranger, boy. When
Boy. And that Delfonso guy that used to be at Villa, boy, he never used to bang.
yeah.
I remember. Do you remember when Reading
Oh.
came up? When Reading came up, they almost got like European football and then went down the next season.
Fam, do you know it used to be cold under Sam Allardyce, the old school Bolton? When they're like JJ
Bolton.
Koch and that.
They used to
He's
run
bro,
Bolton, boy. I used to hate playing Bolton, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have a serious
I used to,
trouble.
yeah, Bolton used to fuck us up, boy. I can't like.
Or even Stoke.
Yeah.
Even Stoke under
Yeah, I
I
can't lie. I used to hate
Fam,
him.
that was
I
the worst
stopped all my
footballing
heart,
team
mate.
in the Premier League history, bruv.
What, Stoke?
That man didn't even come to play football, bruv.
Yeah, they did not come
Hey,
to play
There
football.
was
Hey,
a
It was just Rory
Rory
Delap,
Delap,
like, boom.
Rory
Shawcross.
Delap, you had who was up top? Was it Fuller? Ricardo
Yeah.
Fuller,
Yeah, Ricardo Fuller.
Oh, no, he's one of the best
Um,
strikers in the Prem, boy. Better than Henri, boy.
Kenwyne Jones,
Serious Jamaican, boy. One of the best.
Shawcross, fam.
Shawcross,
Shawcross.
Crouch. Hey, the squad.
They had like some
Bro,
dope.
he had to be minimum.
Right, boy.
I don't know what you had to be, but maybe I think.
Didn't quite
think-
catch that one.
Yeah, you didn't even get that one, bro. Like,
I remember that the Newcastle
Yeah,
team
yeah.
that made the Champions League as well. Solano,
yeah.
Shearer,
Serious throwback,
Titus
bro.
Bramble.
Serious throwback, boy. There's been some serious legends, boy. Can't like, who's been
Yeah,
the best
those
player
are
in
the
the
days
Prem
when
this
Liam was
season?
supporting Newcastle, boy.
Yeah, you can't slander a man when he's not here to defend himself, but he's 100% right, folks. Liam used to be a Newcastle fan. As recently as what, 2017, he had a Newcastle shirt. He still wears that.
Before the Tottenham Stadium, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
before
he
the
jumped on
Tottenham-
Spurs
I
when they started trying to
That's
fight
what he
Arsenal.
transferred, man.
When they start, and we've got another guy who's dropped out. Okay, now that they've gone, we can talk about some serious stuff. I'm guessing. Yeah, well, we come. All right, Christian. Let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo quick.
Yeah.
Can he go back to Real Madrid?
Yeah.
I'd say for what?
That's the.
Yeah,
It's just been
for
thrown.
what, but-
It's just been thrown in. But what do you mean? Why not? Why not? Like, why not? Like, is that,
Okay,
it's
why?
football, innit?
Why not? I'd say.
I feel like.
Go on.
Go on, Mash.
I feel like he's at the end of his career, and I would see no purpose of him going back to Real Madrid because I don't feel like I'd feel like he'd be more of a hindrance to the progression of Real Madrid than to be like a benefit towards them. If that makes sense, because I don't feel like, because then again, if he does play, because as we see, his role in Juventus and his role in his last few seasons at Real Madrid changed dramatically. He wasn't a guy that was always on the ball 24/7. It was always about his movement off the ball. Can he get into the box? Can he lose the defender, sort of thing. It was more of like staying around, being aware. So I wouldn't say sort of goal hanging, because that would be downplaying his abilities.
Yeah, it'd be unfair to say, yeah. But just being a predator in the 6-yard box.
Just being a predator in the box. And I feel like if Real Madrid want to actually progress now and move onwards, they need to look away from Ronaldo and having that kind of one sole player, because I mean, by the time he got, how old is he now? He's like 35 or 34.
He must be like, I don't even know. Is he what, 32?
Like, yeah, I mean, so like, I mean, realistically, he doesn't have many years left in him, and so Real Madrid need to look for the future. I think they've got Vinicius Jr. I don't know. I haven't been checking up on the league recently, but I don't know if he's doing quite well at the moment. They bought Jovic, which hasn't really banged. They've still kind of used Benzema as well. So they need to recruit better. I think they need to recruit better and just get the best talents.
All right, let me play devil's advocate to you. Yeah.
Uh,
Let me play. Sorry, Arnold. But let me play devil's advocate to you. You mentioned obviously, and I agree with you 100%. But to be devil's advocate, you mentioned how like he's getting on a bit, and they're trying to like recycle their team essentially. Could that be then exactly what they need? Because it could be like someone buying a Aubameyang. You have him for a couple of years. You've got a young and kind of naive team. You know, staying and training and playing with them. Obviously, I'm not watching Real Madrid religiously, but I've watched them a couple of times, and arguably, you can see they're screaming for him back, you know, like he's like he needs to be back in that team sort of thing. It's like, I know they've got Hazard and he got injured and Benzema works hard, but it's like there's a gap. So, I mean, 50 million, couple of years while the other lot grow up essentially. I mean, he's going to pay back that 50 million in shirt sales and that already. Like, it's almost the same logic I see with someone, like if they went for an Aubameyang, like I believe, like by the same logic, they should go for Aubameyang and have him for a couple of years and do something like that. So, yeah, man, just to, not to put you in it, but just to play devil's advocate at it, man.
No, but you know what? I think what it is with this one, I feel like they had that period of when he was at Real Madrid in his last like 2-3 years. I feel like they had that period, and now he's been gone. It's going to be 2 years at the end of the season, and I feel like in this 2 years, yes, they have been crying out for him, but I feel like it is that transition period.
That's my phone over here. Sorry, lads.
It's cool.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, I feel like now it's been 2 years since since he's left Real Madrid, and I feel like this is that transition period where they need to just generally recruit better, have a different strategy. And I feel like going back to a previous kind of tactic, strategy, or whatever you want to call it, I feel like that would be taking steps back, and instead you need to look forward, because I mean, that's like saying, of course, like if you look at Barcelona, for example, yes, Messi is still performing. Has his role changed? Yes, it definitely has changed in comparison to like 5 years ago. But I feel like as Messi is still here, he's still performing, he's still scoring goals, and it's working a little bit. I wouldn't say it's 100% working, but it is working to a certain degree. But yeah, I feel like if Messi was to go and move on, I feel like you kind of have to look forward now. You can't look backwards and look at your previous strategy, because then, I mean, you gotta have some sort of tactics.
You gotta have that world-class player to do that crap again. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So I don't think it would be a wise decision.
Yeah, you're right on that. Arnold, we've been keeping you quiet for a minute, man.
That's right. On this, I slightly don't agree with Mash on that point, because I feel like when it comes to, if you look at all the European teams right now, Madrid probably have the best squad-wise for the future, for the next 2 to 3, say 5 years. Look at their squad on paper compared to Barca, Madrid, PSG. Likewise, they've got the best squad. But how I see it is, why they linked with Ronaldo again, instead of going for likes of Aubameyang, taking the risk of Aubameyang and that, they're going for someone who they know will come and score 30 plus goals without a doubt. And I feel like getting him back in would be good for the club, because of Benzema is not going to constantly get 20 plus goals. Everyone knows that. And Jovic has had a slow start. So everyone knows Jovic is there for the future. He's going to be the future starting Real Madrid striker, without a doubt. But now it's who's getting the goals right now apart from Benzema? No one. If you look at that team, who's scoring? Vinicius has only got like under 10 goals in this season. Hazard's got under 10. Bell's got under 10. The only one who's on 10, 15 plus is Benzema. But now, if you look at the ages, yes, Ronaldo's 45. I feel like the perfect place for him to retire is
45.
Not 45. I mean 35. Sorry, 35. Sorry.
I didn't even clock that.
Sorry.
You know? I didn't
I
even clock
clocked, but I knew what he meant.
His age is 35, but the perfect place for him to retire is Madrid, because he's been there, he's dominated, and he can come back and slot into a number 9 straight away. So say Benzema's not playing needed, he can take Benzema's spot. And then say they want to focus on a young team, bring Jovic back into their fold, because look at from their goalkeeper straight to their attack, it's a whole youthful team. Marcelo, even though he's got next year, they've got Mendy to replace him. Carvajal, they've got Hakimi to replace him. Centre, they've got Varane already. Sergio Ramos still got a couple years. They've got Courtois. still looking young. Centre mids, they've got Valdez, what his name is.
He's hard.
He's
Arsenal
hard.
had him on trial, by the way.
He's going to replace Modric or Cruz, definitely. Casemiro will still start. You still got Isco. You still got the player who we got on loan. What's his name?
Ceballos.
He's
probably gone though.
And then you still got Odegaard. And then you still got other man who are out on loan.
This Madrid team sounds so sick. But why did they
feel like with this squad, they're gonna need an experience as well. And that's why Ronaldo will be a perfect fit. Perfect fit. Because you can't have all of these young players and with no experience. Yes, you'll still have Modric and Ramos, but to have Ronaldo as well, it would be a greater push to these players as well. Because look at Vinicius. Every time he goes in training, shit, I'm playing with Ronaldo. Isn't that going to want to push up his level?
You know what it is, though? I get it. I get what you're trying to say, but at the same time, football gets techie when you speak like that. I mean, it's all great having these. On paper, it sounds amazing. We have these young, youthful players to come and take these positions, and they're gonna be in this position for 10 years, and we're gonna win loads of Champions Leagues and trophies. In real life, it's not how it works. Like these great players that you're naming, yes, they have great potential. They're very quality players now, but are they performing now? No. Will they perform in the future?
They're performing now. Wait, what do you mean? Are they performing? Odegaard's performing now. Hakimi's performing now.
Not that good ones.
Not winning nothing.
What? Yeah. Not that good, Bruno.
They're not winning nothing.
What are they winning, fam?
They're not winning nothing, Arnold.
Fuck out of here, man. They're not performing good. Look at Odegaard. What
they winning?
Yeah, but what are they doing, Arnold?
He's got the most assists.
No, but Arnold,
what are they doing?
Hakimi's got the most assists for a defender.
He's right about Hakimi and Odegaard.
Listen to Mash's point. Mash is saying you still can't use. Okay, cool, they bring Ronaldo back, but you're using the same old formula. Ronaldo's going to retire sometime. You need a new formula. You can't rely on that same.
Liam, they've got a new formula.
Yeah, what formula is that?
Liam, no, but
to be fair, it is with the young players though, because Madrid were really on this Galactico thing before, and now it's like.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I'm
hearing what they say, but if you go back to Ronaldo, all you're saying is we need a guy who's gonna bang 30 goals a season.
No, because and I say that because they still want Jovic to develop.
I agree with you. Ronaldo go there, but is Jovic guy gonna bang 30 goals like Ronaldo?
He can.
Has he done it before?
Yes, he has.
He had a good season at Frankfurt. I don't know for Frankfurt. He had a bad season at Frankfurt. But
how much goals did he score?
I don't know, man. It was a bad thing, man. I felt like he did a bad thing. He did a bad thing.
It was one season. I'm gonna look at the stats. You know, play for Frankfurt and play for Madrid are two different things.
Yeah, obviously, it's a myth. Like it's two different things. But Arnold's basically saying, or I think he's trying to say, for Lige a year or two. What? Because let's just say this young Brazilian is 18. He might be so, but when he's 20, he'll be ready. So we'll have Ronaldo for like 2 years. So he's 34 now. He can help us. And when it's time to go, it's time to go, sort of thing. I think that's what he's saying.
I'm not saying have Ronaldo there for 5 years.
But guys, we know it doesn't work like that. Football don't work like that.
What do you mean? So what do you mean?
Everyone wants the
Mash. As an outsider listening to Arnold, Liam, and you, yeah, I agree with everything you lot are saying. But it looks like there isn't much Arnold can work with. Because you man are saying F the Ronaldo thing again. Then Arnold is saying Ronaldo for a couple of years while these lot trade. You man are saying F this. So what is the third strategy then?
Okay, all right. So basically,
not that anyone's right or wrong on this one or two of them things.
So basically, bringing the Ronaldo thing, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I say it has no benefit. I don't think it will benefit the youthful players they have there already. I see it more as a hindrance. So you can bring him back. Might score a few goals here and there, but does it benefit Real Madrid as a team as a whole?
I've got a question. When Ibrahimovic went to United, did he hinder everyone's progress there?
He hindered progress, boy.
He was up front.
He was up front for them.
They had Lukaku.
No, they didn't have Lukaku.
They had Rashford.
They didn't have Lukaku yet.
They did have Lukaku. Lukaku was there.
Might have been 1 year. Was he? How long was Zlatan there?
Lukaku was there. Lukaku was there when Ibrahimovic was there.
It was the year after. I think it was the year after.
I don't remember that, boy.
I can't remember.
Year after.
I don't know. How long was
we not played together, boy?
Not the first year. It was the year after, I think.
They had Rashford. They still had Martial.
No, he's right.
Okay, but now look at them now.
He's right still.
Yeah, I know. But
they're training together.
I mean, for the time.
They're training together in that, man.
Mash,
Yeah, I know that. I think that was the second
but
win.
listen.
What-
Ibrahimovic
what-
went there
Yeah, my
and they
chronological
won the
match, yeah.
Europa League and shit. He didn't hinder them.
Nah, Lukaku didn't win Europa.
So are we
Lukaku
really
didn't-
going to boost Man United season that year and say that it was a great success? Are we going to
No,
say
it
that?
weren't great. Of course it weren't great. It weren't, but
No, but Arnold, Paul and Ibra, have they got better?
No, since Ibra's left, have they gotten better?
no, but that's the club. That's the club.
Nah, can't lie, it's the same
Yeah,
logic.
that's what I'm saying about Madrid.
Same logic, yeah.
That's the
Now
same thing with
I
Madrid.
now I get where them man are coming
What are they
from.
going
now.
to do? Are they going to get better?
I
Yeah.
get it.
Now I get where them
get
man are
that,
coming
I
from
get
now,
that.
boy.
I get that. I get where you're coming from.
Obviously, I understand what you're saying. Everyone wants a young Don to blow and make it. But we're saying, hoping for the future is a different thing. I'm sure Arsenal, the academy's sick. You had bare young guys you thought were going to blow.
We have loads of stories.
But they don't
about
make it, bruv.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what football is?
No, but
Yeah,
this is
it's
the
true.
thing. No, but these Madrid players I'm talking about, they're already getting experience. They're already out playing first team football. It's not like they're playing for Madrid.
No, I'm not saying that, but are they going to be consistently playing for Madrid?
To a degree, they'd have to be given chances. Like I don't know, we can't answer it. I think Odegaard probably could, but I think Ceballos is probably going to get sold. Hakim is probably going to stay, but a couple of other players going to
is
get sold.
definitely going to be that starting midfielder.
Who?
Valverde, what is his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cruz, how old is Cruz? Ain't Cruz like 28?
Nah, he must be in his 30s. He must be 30,
Cruz,
31.
Cruz.
Tony Cruz, the big man. The big man. He's been around for
I
time.
don't think he's 30,
He's
I
a
don't
big
think he's
man.
30, you know.
He is. He must be 31 or something, man. He's a big man. He's been around for a
But
minute.
even them man there, like, they
30,
know
yeah,
that they're
30,
not going to be there
30.
long term. Modric wants to cut.
30.
Yeah, but they're not letting them bust out.
No,
Yeah, of course.
Cruz is
They've
there
already
for a
been
couple of
relaxing.
years now, and then Modric's probably got what? Like, let's be realistic, maybe like 2 years, if anything.
Yeah.
He's not going to leave tomorrow or in the summer, so they probably need a
So
centre mid.
that brings me a question, yeah. What's you lot's greatest football side ever?
What collective team? What like a
Greatest
name?
team ever?
It's invincible. It's always going to be invincible, no matter
Nah,
what.
man. It's, the Barca team, man.
Yeah, realistically, Barca.
Oh,
yeah. No, he's Barca. He's
I
Barca.
can't lie. Don't
I'm
you rate
gonna
that
say
Barca?
Madrid.
How
I'm
can you
just gonna
put
say
that Barca
Madrid.
team ahead of that Madrid team?
What?
I know.
I knew it. I knew it.
Arnold. No, Arnold. Listen, wait, Arnold. When they won them 6 trophies, when Barcelona won them 6 trophies, are you saying that?
And when Madrid won back to back to back.
Yeah, I'm not
Arnold,
belittling
cool.
that. I'm not belittling that. But look at what they did in a single season, bro.
Of course. Let's look at player for player.
Player for player, yeah. Barca better. Barca better. Yeah, Barca
Look at
better.
that.
Barca
If we
better.
look goalkeeper,
Barca better.
Wait, no, Liam, tell me one team to go to 4 Champions League in 5 years. 4 Champions League finals in 5 years.
no, that's
We
not the
can't.
thing, Arnold.
That's a mad thing. We can't. That's a mad
It
thing.
is.
We
No,
can't,
I'm
like,
not
we
saying
can't.
that. That's team, but they're not better than that Barca team. That was the best football club side
they
ever.
are. To me, they are.
Arnold, if they both 22 men lined up and played the game of football, are they better?
Who's winning?
Yeah, Madrid's better.
Lying.
Madrid's better.
Dude, the smoking again.
Arnold, Arnold,
The only way they
Polio.
win is if they score in the
Nah,
90th minute on the
that
second.
Madrid
If they shake
team.
it, that's the only way
Jordi
they
Alba.
win.
Come on.
No one's better than Xavi Alonso.
Who's better than Danny Alves?
I lie.
Who's better, bro? Who's better? Come on.
Who's better than Danny? Name me.
No,
Let's
not even that.
go.
Xavi and Iniesta is all over. I'm sorry. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets is over. Like, forget it. Yeah, forget it. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, and the 3 in midfield. Forget it.
I lie. Come on, man.
It's gonna be fair fouling. Fair
I
fouling.
can't compare them to anyone.
Like, even guys like Pedro in his prime was a fairly probably threat out wide. I
Sorry,
can't lie.
man. I'm sorry. Personally, for me, it's the Madrid team. The
No,
Madrid
it's
team.
Yeah, they'll score in the
better,
89th minute. They'll score in the 89th minute. They might have 20 or something.
Let's see
I was like saying prime
Benzema
Casemiro is better than a prime Busquets.
Casemiro, mate, what?
I saying a prime Casemiro is better than a prime Busquets.
No,
Come on.
I'm not saying that.
You even thought about it.
I think he's saying
I
collective.
thought about it,
Arnold's
yeah.
saying
I
collective.
thought about it,
Arnold's
yeah.
saying
Yeah,
collective.
but collectively, Xavi and Iniesta are better than Modric
Yeah.
and Cruz.
Yeah, 100%.
That's already 3
Think
players.
about that.
Cool.
Arnold, take time to think about that one as well, mate.
Yeah, I never said they're not. But now look at the
Mate,
defense. What
the only-
defense is better?
Danny Alves. Who's better than Danny Alves?
Who's
No,
better
I
than
can't lie.
What defense is
Barcelona
better?
defense
Go on.
better. Come on,
Go
Arnold.
on.
Come on.
Who's
PK
better than
in
Danny
his prime.
Alves?
Puyol. Come
Arnold,
on.
Danny Alves.
Arnold, come on.
Liam,
PK in his prime.
Liam,
PK and Puyol in their prime. Danny Alves right back. Come on.
Who's better than Pepe? Who's better than Marcelo?
PK.
Are you going to say Alaba? Are you
and
going to say
Puyol.
Alaba's better than
Yeah,
Marcelo?
no, Alba's not bad. No.
No,
There's
that's
couple
only
fair
one.
individuals on both
Marcelo
sides. Yeah?
won.
Only one. Only
Name
one. Are
another
you going
one.
to say PK? Are you going to say PK is better than Pepe and Sergio Ramos?
He was
Yeah,
better at that time.
no,
he
not
was.
Ramos. Not Ramos.
I can't
But
lie.
PK's
PK
100%
is better than Pepe. He said Pepe was
Yeah,
better than
he
PK.
is. Both of them are. What am I talking about?
PK is
They
better
are.
than Pepe.
I'm bugging out. I just
He's not better than Ramos, though.
He is.
Who?
I don't rate
Right,
Ramos.
you know what?
Ramos.
You know what? I've got it.
I don't rate
Puyol
Ramos
better
on the
than
centre
Ramos.
back.
Puyol's better
I'll
than
take
Ramos.
PK over Ramos.
Alright. Be
What?
honest, Ramos is
PK
not.
over Ramos?
listen.
You're deluded,
Man,
man.
be honest.
Mate,
If you
better
name the
footballer.
top 20 centre backs or proper defenders, yeah, Ramos, he'll be in top 20. Let me not lie, but the top
Ramos
5
is there.
all time.
Ramos,
Forget
Fine.
all time, no,
ability,
all time.
no
Puyol's
no
my number
trophies,
one.
no
Puyol's my
trophies,
number one.
no trophies. Just playing a game of football in the
Yeah,
park right now.
Puyol's
Who's
my
going to
number
defend
one.
better?
Puyol's
Ramos
my
is
number
not
one.
there. Yeah, Puyol, Lucio better than Ramos, 100%. Sol Campbell better than Ramos, 100%.
Arnold.
Company.
I'll give you
Company
for that
better than
Madrid
him.
team, I'll
Van Dijk probably
give
better. Van
players.
Dijk is. I rate Varane ahead.
What?
give players that will go. It's only
Huh?
Casillas, Marcelo, and Ronaldo.
Huh?
They're the only three that could make it in that Barca team.
Who'd you say?
Ozil
Who'd you say?
can make it in
Wait,
a
stop,
Barca
chill,
team.
chill. Who'd
I
you say?
said,
Ozil
I said,
can.
Stop. Let him repeat for the viewers.
I said the only three players in that Madrid team that make it in that Barca team: Casillas, Marcelo, and Ronaldo.
All right, cool. Now let me go
And
on.
Ramos, I'd say.
Let me go on.
Yeah, probably
You
Ramos.
said think. So what?
Probably
so
Casemiro, you
Ozil
know.
can't make. Wait.
Over
Ozil
who?
can't make it.
Over who?
Bit of you.
Over Iniesta,
Over
Xavi.
what? Over Pedro.
What left? What?
Ozil
They can
over
play left
Pedro.
wing.
You're bugging
They're
out.
gonna play Ozil left wing.
Yeah, you're bugging out.
Allow it,
Yeah,
And
I
Bell
enjoy it.
over Pedro.
Now you're
Bell
switching
over
it. We're
Pedro.
talking about
Yeah,
their
no, the
proper
Bale
players.
one. The Bale
over
one.
Pedro. Bell over Pedro.
That's a better shout.
Alright,
That's
cool.
a better
Alright, cool.
shout.
That's a shout. Alright, cool. You got that one.
Yeah, but I'd say Henri in 09 was better.
Benzema over Henry. Get the fuck
Quite loud,
out.
bro.
I got agendas. Now I got agendas to
Don't get
push.
me
Man.
back.
Anything
Don't
Arsenal
get me
agenda
back.
gets
Who's
pushed.
playing
man.
left wing?
If you say Henry over
I wasn't even
Benzema,
thinking of
you're
that one, boy.
fucking deluded, mate.
Henry over who?
You're cooking out your
Henry
arse.
over who?
I'm talking about a dream
Henry
Barcelona
over
time.
Benzema in
Over
the Champions
Benzema.
League.
Over
Are you
Benzema.
Or
alright?
Barcelona
Oh,
time.
that's Champions League.
Henri
Overall,
in
Oh, man.
09, in the
Overall.
Champions League in 09, when
Overall,
Barca won the
I'm
We're
Champions
talking about the
League.
whole thing.
Henri was
The
playing
whole
left
The
season.
whole, and then go on Benzema. Go on about Benzema, mate.
Get out of his
What?
ass, fam.
Yeah.
He's won more Champions Leagues than your beloved Henry, mate.
Yo.
Wait, it's Champions League.
Henry
Doesn't
slander.
make it
Oi.
better player.
Like, oi.
He scored more Champions League. He scored more
Oh,
goals in
so
the
I'm sure we
in
can
the
find some guy in
I
1994.
had to mute him for that, boy. I was slandering Henry. I had to
Yeah,
press mute my. Had to mute the mic, boy. I can't lie.
Fam, I'm sure we can find some guy playing for PSV that scored more goals than Henry. Does that mean he's a better footballer?
All right, cool. All right.
Listen.
Let me ask you lot something, yeah. Because we was talking about Ronaldo going back, yeah. So with the same logic in mind, you lot are basically saying Neymar back to Barcelona is not a good option then.
Nah,
Man,
you should have
that's a
gone back.
good option because Neymar's got another 10 years left in him.
Has he though?
That's a long-term
'Cause he's
plan.
28 though. Can Neymar, considering how he parties, does he dedicate his life as
That's
much
true.
to it
That's
like
true.
Henry?
Resilience.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
Brazilian man, you know, he's rubbing this out at 30, 32. He's calling it a day, man. He's got things to do.
Probably got
Yeah, I get what
5
you
years.
mean.
But 5 years
Yeah,
is
yeah.
good enough.
Nah, but 5 years, that's long term though. 5 years, that's long term, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
hearing
I
he's
can't lie, yeah.
Premier League before they retire.
Nah, but I get what you're
Clearly
saying.
only
'cause-
going United or City, but F that,
I
man.
think-
Or Liverpool.
Yeah, let him, man. Let him,
Nah,
man. Come to the.
I'll break my heart,
No,
man.
I think he will go Barca because he knows himself he will be the face of Barca.
Nah,
Once he
he's not
goes
that.
back, he will be the
I like
face of
Messi.
Barca.
Not
Yeah,
why
he-
Messi, yeah, boy.
Barca over Messi.
Yeah, nah, he needs Messi to leave off. Once
Yeah,
Messi's
no,
gone,
yeah, of course. No, but of course.
Yeah, but when realistically is
like-
that? Because Messi's only 32.
No.
If you man
Man,
are
can
saying
tell
He's
by-
not going nowhere. He's
I don't know,
he's
but listen, yeah.
retiring there. He's
If you
retiring
man are
there.
saying
Messi's
5 years,
retiring
no,
now.
do the maths. If you man are saying 5 years, yeah. If you man are saying 5 years for Neymar, yeah, and what? Messi's 32, Neymar's 28. So by the time Messi probably calls it a day, you're probably saying Neymar should do all of this to be the main man for about 2 years. That's what man them are saying, basically. If you do the maths,
No,
that's
he has to. If he goes
what man them
Barcelona,
are saying. Like, basically, you might as well call that 18
Messi.
months. And there might be
No.
a Highland or someone by that point, or Mbappe might become available, or something might happen, and then he might
No,
become
no,
the
no,
side man again. Thing.
what you're saying is true. If he goes Barcelona next season, he's gonna have to play better than Messi.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because he's
He's
not
gonna
having
have
free
to
will.
if he wants that thing. He's
I
gonna
don't
have to.
think he should have left. Realistically, I get why Neymar
Yeah.
went, but he shouldn't have left. It's clearly
Nah,
rubbish.
but he wasn't. You
wants
tell
to be
Neymar
star
wants to be
player,
the main
man.
man, bro.
Yeah, but PSG, you know it's gonna be dead. Like, you know you're gonna stagnate.
life-
You know
the
you're not.
life-
Like, you know it's not the thing, man. Like, no disrespect to PSG,
Life
but
outside of Barcelona.
Barcelona is he clearly went Paris for the Raven, man. And I heard they got better tax laws. I can't back that up. But he
Yeah,
probably
I heard
went
that
Paris
still.
there, man. There's no reason, nah, man. He shouldn't have left. Can't lie. What do you man make of Hazard's season so far? Because no one's been hearing even if you don't watch Spanish league, you don't hear no noise of what.
I just
been
been
watching
hearing.
it.
I heard he gained
There was
weight.
another name I was going to talk
I haven't been
about.
watching the game too tough for me.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's a
I'm
long
moving ahead.
Unit,
What
but
did everyone offer their opinions on Neymar before that? I'm moving too fast, bro.
Nah.
All right, cool. Yeah, go on with the Hazard chat.
Oh, and I'm saying he's I haven't really watched him, but I've heard he's gained weight. He came from pre-season. He had gained
We're talking
weight.
about Neymar, mate.
I thought you're talking about Hazard.
I'm talking about Hazard now, innit? We moved on, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
talking about Hazard.
okay. My bad.
Yeah, and I'm saying from pre-season he came. He had gained weight. He hadn't lost it when the season started, so that made him more susceptible to injuries. And then he got injured, and then he's been looking like he looks lethargic, bruv. Like there's too much weight on him. Doesn't look like the same Hazard that was at Chelsea, where if Hazard got the ball, he knew something was gonna happen. I don't know if it's like
I can't like he's a man.
relaxed.
Yeah, he's a quality player. We can't disagree that. But
You can't deny his ability, bruv.
What'd you say, Berno?
No, I was just saying he was amazing, wasn't he? He was quality still.
Yeah, but is it?
Don't do that in the Prem, boy. I rate them, boy.
As
long as man do amazing in the Prem, I'll rate you, boy. I can't lie.
Is it partly his fault though? Because I say this, now hear me out. I'm not saying he's at fault for this Madrid thing. But what did you hear at Chelsea all the time? He needs to be more of a killer. He doesn't score enough. I'm happy to assist. Like, we know that about Hazard. But guys are just going to see Hazard, number 7, Ronaldo left. We need this guy.
And you know what?
And he's not doing that. So...
And you know what? That's the problem when we were speaking about the Ronaldo thing coming back and the young players. In my head, I was also looking at the Hazard situation because obviously everyone in the who watched the Premier League know how Hazard is. Like you just said, the criticisms was that he doesn't score enough goals. He needs to be a goal scorer. He needs to be that kind of made guy. He's a wonderful player. But again, like, I don't know, Real Madrid probably thought, he's not scoring in the Premier League. Maybe it's a tougher league, but if he comes in La Liga, don't worry, the goals will come. The goals will come. They're not here. They're not here. The goals aren't here. Do you get what I'm saying? It's this hope. It's the hope that like you can't hold on to this kind of hope that a player will then go to a different league and then score banging goals, amazing goals, or this young player in 3 years he'll be ready. He'll be scoring 40 goals a season. It's that kind of hope. I don't know. It's that kind of expectation gap where I feel like Real Madrid kind of got the wrong stick because they're probably looking at him thinking, maybe we should have just let this one go and like invested our money into like Mbappe or something, or Neymar or something like that.
Yeah. When you put it like that, you can't. Yeah, it's just trying to buy a star almost for the sake of it. Saying that though, I swear he went when it was it Euros or World Cup when he went? Because didn't he have a great World Cup?
Yeah, the good World Cup still.
He was quality. I'm bugging out. Yeah. He played.
Even had a good season at Chelsea.
I'm bugging out. He had a great season, but do you think like he'll be remembered? Because I look at him, I look at the Griezmann, Thiago's.
In England, he'll be remembered.
In England, yeah. Definitely.
The way he's moving in Spain right now,
but to be fair, like a lot of players go through a mad rough patch in Spain. You got to remember, a couple of years ago, Modric was rated as Madrid's worst player ever.
That's a shout, but
remember that.
Like, this has years ago.
Fans rated him as the worst ever player, and then a couple of years later, they voted for him as their best ever player.
Yeah, now they're bred him.
True. No, but you know, Spanish fans are, man. Once they hate someone, bro.
Exactly. Like Madrid is a tough place, and it's also like there's mad expectations weighing on his shoulders. So I feel like he needs another season. Next season will be his.
But bro, can you even blame him?
What makes you say that?
Hazard has never banged bare goals.
I say it's a massive expectation because Ronaldo, he's coming to fill Ronaldo's shoes. No one can fill Ronaldo's shoes. He's got the same number, same position, and a lot of the players are probably thinking.
I think Mbappe can fill his shoes, but I can't lie.
Yeah, they can. He can, but a lot of the players around in that club are probably looking at Hazard thinking, yeah, we expect you to do what Ronaldo's doing, but you're not.
Yeah, that's what they probably thought. That Hazard doesn't do what Ronaldo's doing. But obviously,
that's the problem. That's what I was saying, though, because all of us, we watch the Premier League, and we know that's always been Hazard's criticism. But I don't know, maybe the Liga people, they don't know that. So if I was the owner of Real Madrid, and say like I'm like us, and we watch the Premier League week in week out, Hazard's not the first person I'm thinking to buy to replace Ronaldo's shoes because number one, he doesn't score enough goals. Simple as he doesn't score enough goals, so I'm not buying Hazard. But all of us know that. So while he's not scoring goals in Real Madrid right now, I'm not surprised. Real Madrid's fans will be probably screaming, shouting, "Oh, this guy's rubbish." We're here, we're thinking like, no, he's never been a goal. I don't expect him to be one next year either. So Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
he's good like
I can't see it ending well for Hazard. I think he's gonna have a tough another
Yeah.
2
Yeah,
years.
man.
And
You have a tough.
But does he push himself like that? Because you get the thought that, and there's nothing
I don't
wrong.
think he does.
He doesn't want. It's not that he doesn't want to be that best in the world. It's like he's calm. Like he's never.
content.
He's
Yeah,
not
no,
been
he's
in a way.
better.
He's not been escaping poverty sort of thing.
Hazard
like
is like
Ronaldo.
he's not to say he's natural talent because obviously he has trained to get better, but his ability is just there. Everyone knows it. But I think at Chelsea, it was like, yeah, the play was suited for Hazard. Give Hazard the ball, he's gonna work his magic. At Madrid, I don't think they're expecting that, bro. They're expecting, oh yeah, you need to bang bare goals. Because everyone rated in England, we rated Hazard. But like he's a sick footballer. But like Mike said, we know he's not gonna bang 30 goals a season. But he's still a sick footballer to us. But Madrid fans, they're probably watching like, bro, what's this guy doing? Like he's playing good football, but he's not banging in the goals. But like you said, I don't think he's training hard like you say Ronaldo's doing. With man staying after training to bang more training.
Yeah, and all them sort of things.
Training,
Yeah,
he's
I don't
going
think
home.
God loves it like that. Like I don't think he loves it like that. So how good can you really get? Like who would you man buy? Because when you lot were saying this, I started thinking like they gotta go for obviously probably Mbappe number one. I'll probably think Highland. And I'll probably throw Jadon Sancho in there. He looks to be going United, but I'll probably throw him in there. So like, and probably Neymar. Like I'll probably, I know he played for Barca, but I think Neymar beyond that. Like,
yeah, now if you
want,
I think if the right bid came calling for Neymar, he will go Madrid.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he'll do the Madrid thing. I can't lie. I think Neymar 100% did.
I think that's why he was acting up in the summer because I think there was concrete interest from either Madrid or Barca.
Yeah,
or both sort of thing, innit?
Yeah, I feel like there was concrete interest, but yeah,
that's some Figo thing there, bro.
If Madrid was smart, they would plant the seed in Martinelli right now. Maybe not now, but 2-3 years, I think.
Yeah.
Like just let that seed grow. Maybe
let it marinate in the fridge for a second.
Yeah, let it marinate. You got to let it marinate. Let it marinate.
That was a good buy from you though. How did you not find him?
I think Francis Cahigio, the scout, him and Edu put that.
Edu, innit?
But do you know the thing about him? Yeah, he's not like he's an unknown. He's an unknown to like people. Like we are not watching him religiously, but he's been on trial at United. He's been on trial at Barcelona, and they've not got it over the line. It's like that guy at that Canadian that's doing all right in Munich.
Bayern.
Yeah. United cancelled his trial. I saw on Twitter. So it's like it's the due diligence of clubs. It's like these men are on you.
They messed him up, boy. Alphonso Davies.
Like imagine how much that goes for now. Like that's like
with that. If you look at Bayern now, they're even thinking about selling Alaba.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of Bearman. They got the youth. Out of all the big clubs, I think they've got the most strategy in relation to you're going, you need to come in, German guy and all this sort of stuff.
Because 100% they'll get Highland to replace Lewandowski. Yeah. That's about that. That's about that.
Yeah. If not him, Werner.
Get Haaland,
if not him, Werner, boy. If not Werner, then boy.
Werner.
I don't know who you're gonna go for.
Werner.
Apparently, Werner might go Liverpool though.
I can see that happening.
They need a 9. They need a 9. I'll go for Aubameyang. I'll go for Aubameyang.
But then look at it's not going to be easy for them because look at Firmino. Everyone thought Firmino would go in there and start and play games. My man's only played like 2-3 games.
Do what the Japanese do.
Yeah.
But he was always going there to be a reborn.
He wasn't going to bust
He was always going to be a reborn. Like some man knows
he's a baller as well. That's the thing.
He's a baller, but he knew he was a reborn, man. He knew himself, I'm going to be a reborn. I just want to do this Liverpool thing. Like he knew. He probably needs to settle a bit, and he might be better. Do you know what? He probably is better than, I am specifically giving him credit for. But you're not going to, you must know you're not coming to be that sort of guy, man. What do you not think of Naby Keita? Because I can't lie, he's a quality baller, but I don't think it's spoken about enough. I don't think man highlight that. They highlight Pepe and they don't.
He's in the same boat as Ndombele. Both quality ballers.
He's not been fit for like a year, and he's not.
Yeah, they're both good ballers, but they're just not fit. Just not fit. That's it,
bro.
No, I think it's different, but Arnold, because it's like Ndombele. I would say he's settled because when he's fit or playing, it's not like he's scared of the Prem and it's overrunning. True. It's just a fitness thing or whatever Jose wants from you that you're not doing, sort of thing. But you look at Keita. He can ball. He's a baller. He's had good games, but you're scratching your head if you're thinking of a standout performance. Like you're literally there. Like,
true.
When did he? Like he can ball, but what was he, 50, 60 million? Like, I can't let people get away with these things, man. I don't want to say it's as bad as Sigurdsson, but when you look at Ndombele, looks like a flop right now. Pepe, Sigurdsson for 50 million. This is mad. Nah, I can't lie. Sigurdsson for 50 million is what really annoyed me with the transfer market. How can Sigurdsson go 50 million?
Everton are just splashing money like.
Sigurdsson's got tech, though.
I can't be angry. They took a Wobie. I can't be vexed.
What do you guys think of Richarlison? What do you think? Is he
he's another one for the future. He's like someone.
But I don't know if he's got it to be there or if this is it, sort of thing.
He's a top. I was a top 6 player.
You see how Mash, you said Madrid should put a little seed in Martinelli.
Yeah.
A top club should do that for Richarlison.
He's on now. I think he's on it, man. He's Brazilian, man. He's on going anywhere, man.
He just bust out of
Watford after a year.
He's not going anywhere. It's like I feel like there will be a mad battle for him.
Yeah, if he stands out, yeah.
No, when I watched the Brazilian documentary, like when they went to the Copa America, they were rating him over there in Brazil.
Like, he's hard. I like him, but I like that you can tell, man. He's trying to. He's like Vardy.
He's hungry, man. I'll take him, man.
Yeah, I would. He'd be sick at Arsenal. I'll buy me.
I would take him. Him over Lacazette, boy. All day.
I can't like. If Lacazette accepted being on the bench, it'd be amazing.
Question for you Arsenal fans: do you like rate Leno?
Yeah. I like him. I like Leno. I like him.
6 out of 10.
When I watch him, it's like he makes simple mistakes, bro. Like he's a good shot stopper, but he makes some simple mistakes, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, like 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Like he's competent for now. I think if the squad was patterned, you can get Champions League and potentially win titles with him. Like he's not dead. He's not them guys up there, but he's not dead. I think his distribution at times is dodgy and he's a great shot stopper, don't get me wrong. But sometimes he does booky stuff. Like he might save it, but he palms it into the path and it's a myth.
That has always made me wonder, why haven't any team broken the bank for Oblak? Or even...
Bro, that's ridiculous. No one's paying that money, bro.
Yeah,
How much would he go for? How much is it?
If Kepa was... How much was Kepa? 80 million?
Yeah, Pepe's like 70.
Yeah, but how much was Alisson? How much was Alisson?
It's a myth, bro.
65.
Did you say Arnold?
He's paying that money, man.
Yeah, if Alisson was 65 or something, then I feel you should go for 89.
He will.
Paying that, man.
Probably 100 million. It's probably 100 million. The only one really do that. Who's going to do that apart from Chelsea, though?
Exactly.
I like Chelsea City, bro.
If United sold De Gea, then they might. If De Gea left United, then you could say
I can't lie. I feel De Gea needs to leave, man. He needs to leave.
He shagged himself. But where is he going to go?
Yeah, he shagged himself.
Unless he doesn't want to go Barca.
I think the only way Oblak's going to leave is if, like you said, if De Gea leaves, and then it just sets like a thing people need to buy keepers.
Or someone like Juventus can buy the man there for no reason, like.
Or PSG, boy.
Yeah, that's a shout. Who's PSG's squad? They got a new keep. They got Navas. I don't rate Navas too tough. I won't lie, man.
I can't lie. I rate him. 4-time Champions League winner.
Them man, they're not my sort of keepers, man. I don't like.
Yeah, but what? You can't doubt, bro. He played like you can't.
He made big
knock the man's hustle. He started in all the Champions League.
But that's not the argument I'm gonna go down.
I lie. That's it. I respect it.
That's not the argument.
No, but Arnold, if you could get any keeper in the world, would you take him?
Yeah, no, of course not. I'll get someone else.
I'll
get someone else. But
where would he be on your list of keepers?
But listen to me. If I know I've got a 30 back line, 30 back line and 30 team, I'll be happy with Navas. I'll be happy with him.
Nah, it's like Leno. I can move forward with it, but it's not ideal. Like if I'm real with myself, it's not ideal. Like personally,
bro, the man has got 4 Champions Leagues.
Yeah, that's cool, but for me, goalie's got to scream calmness, and I don't think he does that. Like I got PTSD from Ospina and that man with all the mad stuff he does. I don't like. Not on the funny thing, but I don't really like. Apart from Alisson is the exception, and to a degree Edison, but he is like it. I don't really like the South American eccentricness that it tends to be with these keepers. Like, I like the German sort of stuff. Like they're just calm. It's a goalie thing. He's not on nothing else but being a goalie. Like he might make the occasional blunder, but he's on a key. He's just on that. Navas is the sort of guy, he comes off his line, he gets lobbed because he's somewhere, don't need to. Look at Edison against, who is it? United for McTominay's goal. I don't like that sort of stuff. Like, that's all mad. Like, there's no need for it. Like, there's no thinking behind it. We might as well speak about Buffon versus Cech versus Casillas, boy. That's what I always used to do in primary.
For me, it's a Casillas. It's Casillas.
Yeah.
I'm saying Buffon, man.
Why?
The man's never won Champions League. Fuck out of here, man.
Can't like you love mentioning what people
Champions
won.
League
have
end-all,
won.
end-all.
Sorry,
Like the be-all, end-all of everything.
Your first thing is, have you won this? Have you done
Champions
that?
League, man.
That means them reborn third choice keepers we don't know are amazing.
I like they can make it into
like John's like Scott Carson. I swear he's at City, but you don't even know that, man. Well, what's that keeper, the Chelsea keeper, the black guy? And he won
What
Champions.
black guy? They got a black keeper.
No, don't remember.
Yeah, Blackman.
Don't remember. Yeah, Blackman. Yeah, Jamal Blackman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was there for a minute. He's still there, I think, technically. I think he's still got a contract.
Wait, ain't he part of the academy?
Nah, first
He's a big man.
Ones that goes on loans and yeah, he does all that loan stuff.
Oh, he's never gonna be first team down.
He's never gonna get that chance, man. Is that? Do you think Dean Henderson ever get? Wait. Before we're moving too forward, yeah, nobody spoke about the three players versus each other, but
Yeah, I said Casillas.
Yeah, probably Casillas for me.
Why Buffon though?
I feel like he's just, I don't know, towards the last few years of Casillas, I think we saw a side of him that we didn't see with someone like Buffon.
That's true.
Jose broke him, boy. Jose broke.
I can't lie. Jose's broken too many dons, man.
Yeah, Jose breaks everyone. How can you break Kaka, boy? He's got no heart. All the guy does is pray, boy. Like, all he does is go to church, boy. How can you have a problem with Kaka? Jose is bad vibes, boy.
Hey, and you know that's why Madrid fans hated Jose.
Yeah, but
Because when he broke Casillas, Madrid fans hated him.
Like,
that was it. You know, that was it.
It's like he wakes up and just says, "I'm gonna beef you today." Like I'm just gonna. There's no reason for this. I'm just gonna fight you. But I can't. Like,
he must have come in and be like, "What? You're the captain? No worry, I'm the captain. I'm the
captain. I am the king.
That's basically what he says, fam. Literally,
I'm the alpha.
He's like, I'm the captain.
Go on.
That's it. He definitely loves confrontation, bruv.
Yeah, he loves it. Really. Where do you rate him in world football, or like all times? Because I can't lie. When it's all said and done, he's a top 5 gaffer to me.
Yeah, he's a top 5 gaffer. He's top 5.
I'll say Fergie, Pep. I'll give it to that pagan from the other side.
Yeah, I can't lie. I was very fast. I was very fast to get his shout out, mate.
And then, actually, no, I'll say, I said Fergie, Pep. Yeah, I said Mourinho and then Wenger.
Wenger better than Mourinho, man. Forget the Champions League.
Ancelotti fit for me, boy.
Ancelotti, That's a shout. I can't lie. Wenger first for me, boy. Wenger first out of all of them, boy.
Nah, no bias thing. You said he's better than Fergie.
No bias thing. I'm saying Pep first and then Wenger. Do you know why I say Wenger?
You're moving mad. Fergie over Wenger. You're moving mad.
No, it's Fergie. I can't lie, Fergie, boy.
My guy.
I hate the guy, but Fergie is
Fergie. It is Fergie. But do you know why? Do you know why Wenger has a case to be better than all of them? Yeah. I hear what you lot are saying about trophies. Look at what he stood for, his principles. Look at what he did.
Yeah, he revolutionized football, boy. He changed football. Like Wenger changed football, boy.
Wait, mate. A finished Arsene Wenger took Giroud from the French backwaters and gave him the platform to become a world champion. Like, look what he did to Thierry. Look what he did to George Weah. Look how he extended careers. Look how he develops players. Look, a finished Wenger was doing better than Emery. Like, come on.
No, but you can say the same thing for Pep.
And I think I heard someone said Wenger didn't change football. Are you mad? Look at what he did.
I said he did. I said he did.
I said Wenger was doing this.
You can say Pep changed football as well.
Yeah, no, Pep's the best.
Yeah, he did.
There's no messing with Pep. Pep's the best. Ferguson just a bully, but
nah, not Fergie. 25 years of that.
Yeah, Ferguson just a bully, but after Ray, he bullied it all, but he bullied it correct, man. I can't no chat for Ferguson.
He bullied, man. Lich. Don's are scared of him, boy.
But you see Ferguson just go to, yeah, it's time for us to win this. Man. I can't lie, man. I think Jose's probably full for me out of all of them. He probably should be higher than Wenger, but yeah, man. Yeah,
I put Wenger.
Do you feel like the football world respect Wenger? Because I saw something on Twitter the other day, and I can't remember. It was something to do with like the best managers of all time, and I think. Yeah. I never saw that professor. Do you know what? Yeah. I think so. Do you know what?
Do you know what? It's because of the last few years of his Arsenal.
Of his career, yeah.
It's not even that.
Honestly, it's because of Arsenal.
It's because Arsenal get clicks on Twitter. You know, when you don't put Wenger, you don't say something with Arsenal, we're going to be the fan base that's going to terrorize.
I'm saying, you lot ruined his. Obviously, he had a part to play in it. but you lot tarnished his legacy a
Don't
bit.
say me, but you know I was biggest fanboy, but I was still out here to the end.
But they're Arsenal fans. Obviously, he had a part to play because he didn't leave when he should have left. But obviously, Arsenal fans started ruining him, bruv.
Yeah, but that's Wenger.
It was a hard time, man. And I looking back at it, it does make me sad because he should have left.
That's how you know
he should have left.
Guys' consciences are hitting them, boy.
Oh, nah, he overstayed his welcome, boy. He overstayed his welcome.
But yeah, that's it.
No, man, he should have left. He
lived and died on his own principles, and he just, you know what his problem is? He got too, he couldn't separate. He loved the club too much. That's the other thing the other man have. The other man can walk away from their shit. This was he couldn't separate. Like, I think in the last 3 years, he genuinely, I wasn't seeing the best decisions for Arsenal. I was seeing the best decisions for Wenger. Like, with the contract,
too loyal.
and that. Like,
he was too loyal to players.
Yeah, like that's
of course.
Plays to the piss, bro. Plays to the piss. Like, yeah, when you got Thierry and Vieira and guys that want to stand up for themselves, it's cool. But it allows a ground of like Arsenal's been complacent for years, man, stagnant. And you know yourself. Like that's one thing with Gazidis and Wenger going. Like it's never just all Wenger or just Gazidis or this nonsense or just players.
Onto that note, like why after 2006, after that Champions League final, everything just went into a shit show for us? Why?
We went Emirates, bro. We went Emirates and got sold dreams.
Yeah, true.
Like, we sold ourselves. When the day this club stopped being a football club is when Kroenke became the majority shareholder, or even got, you know, I'm lying. When he got his first seed in this club, that first ever share that clicked on whatever they were doing then, that's when this club started becoming a myth. Carl, we heard Bayern Munich levels, and what have we seen? It's not like we didn't have peace for a sec, but look at the money we've spent. Even when we're saying we're failures, I'm not saying Xhaka's a bad player, but 40 million on Xhaka, 35 on Mustafi, you know, giving Giroud new deals. Not giving deals to contract.
75 on Pepe, I think that's
6-year contract for Carl Jenkinson.
Yeah, mad. Smoke.
You know what?
Giving El Nene new deal. Huh?
Yeah,
6 years.
Yeah. Fam, we did
in 6 years, you know.
we did dumb stuff, boy. I have to rate Jenkinson. Jenkinson live in the movie. You can't even hate him.
Yeah, boy, he's milking it, boy. That's why I get the contract.
Thank the Lord he's gone now, but it was mad then. Like, it was mad. Like, he clearly can't take the club forward. I just feel Wenger couldn't accept help, and that allowed complacency. Cause in an ideal world, Wenger should have just got moved upstairs. You know, the Pep or someone else come in. You know, money being spent. Because do you know how sick this? Do you know we actually haven't had some bad teams? You know, some teams have been okay. There was a time we just needed a striker or a defensive. Yeah. That's Arsenal's problem. We always like needing one more done to do something. We don't like having a full squad. We like building shit. Like them trap stars just build a line and don't see no peas really from it. Get back straight after it, but like, the mad line, get back. Like, it's dead. Like, Emirates, like, we're not a football club, we're a business now. Like, like, look at me, I'm buying all the new shirts and all these things, falling for this nonsense, and we're not doing nothing. Like, do you man think we're gonna get Champions League?
Sunderland, boy.
Yeah, we're glorified Sunderland. When do you man think Arsenal will get Champions League again?
I'll be real. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm with Ben on that, boy.
I'll be the Arsenal fan to say next year, but
I don't think next year.
Like next year has been.
Yeah, next year has been for a minute, man. We've been screaming next year.
We have to see how next season.
Liverpool City are patterned. They're always going to get, well, for the foreseeable future, they're always going to be Champions League.
Chelsea coming back.
Chelsea are going to spend
someone in our club, man. That's someone rich by our club, man. And
mate, because the guy don't want to sell us. It don't even matter. Donny said it.
That's all the guy wants, man.
Don't you remember when Usmanov tried to buy us? Conke said, fuck off. Like, Conke said, I'm not selling it. Like,
listen, Aliko Dangote, when he finishes his refinery in Nigeria.
That Nigerian guy's gas, man. He sells that same lie in the Metro every year, but tell your guy to buy.
I'm telling you, just wait on it, man. 2 years.
I can't be saying wait for like 5 years.
Nah, literally, Mash, he's been saying it for years, bro.
Tiny Boost is saying all the time. He said he's not cutting.
He's building a own refinery, fam. He's doubled his wealth, fam. He's worth like 30 million.
Hey, buy the backside club then.
Just wait on it.
Oh man, by this stage,
you probably buy the club and bring a Woggy back in, boy.
Yeah, this is the nonsense we don't need, boy. Carl, I love a Woggy.
Who do you think's a title owner? Daniel Levy. Sorry.
Huh?
Who do you think's a title owner? Daniel Levy or Kroenke?
He's definitely Kroenke, but
Levy.
Nah, I think it's Kroenke,
Levy is a tight bastard.
You know what? This man is but we.
It's probably Levy because Levy. I'd say Levy's more active. You more see Levy. He's more active in like. It seems like it's genuinely him
Kroenke's
saying no.
as fuck, man.
It just seems like Kroenke just says, "You're not having no money, but I'm in America. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be." I just turns off the phone, and you lot have to work that out. Like you lot have to.
He only cares about the Rams, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
He only cares about the Rams.
He's pointing. He
Crazy.
the things he
Crazy.
does with that team. And why can't he just love us? Like seriously, like he's trying to buy. He's buying new stadiums. The talk of buying players and shit. Like he doesn't care. Like he's doing.
He just cares about his American football teams, boy.
What?
Kroenke cares about his American football team.
Yeah, he doesn't give a crap about us, but we're gonna.
They win this shit anyways, boy. That's the good thing about it, boy.
Yeah, I lie. Since they went to the playoffs, they fell off, boy.
They never get back.
I don't even.
They're good. They got one of the best defenses in the thing, yeah, but they ain't
But last year they had a shit season, boy.
Boy, fuck Sam Kroenke, man. That's just it, man. He needs to just keep it moving. Obviously, if you're listening, Arsenal, obviously, like, still have me on your channel one day and that, like, you gotta get the bag. Like, it's all calm and that, but yeah, man. One love to my guys for cutting through, man, and whatnot. We have to do this again. Like, we've been here for a minute, so yeah, man. We're out until next time.